What's up? YouTube skate. Yeah, that's my new shit. I'm telling you. That's my shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. When I get big, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm fucking what you call that shit? What you call that shit? I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna buy that word, YouTube ski, bro. But anyways, YouTube ski. I know y'all miss me and shit. I know y'all miss me and shit. I know. All right. Murders in Chicago drill that makes no fucking sense. Get right into it. Like, comment, subscribe, please. Please like, comment, subscribe, my nigga.
A man losing his life in a house.
Let's lock
but
in.
There are still no suspects. An associate of Lil Durk hunted and stood over while walking with his daughter. There are two things you don't want to be known for in the city.
Nigga said he got stood over while walking with his daughter. Wow. Wow. He said stand over him. Nah, I can't even sing that part, bro. Nah, rest in peace then.
Being connected to a guy that's on a lot of people's hit list and making a very disrespectful song. But being a gang member in today's world, you can easily end up as both.
I'm not gonna lie though, I'm kind of glad I'm not from Chicago. I'm kind of glad, bro, because I already know the nigga, like, because, like, you got to think about it, bro, right? Basically, it's the same shit like New York, except they got gangways and all type of shit, and they be having, like, homicides that don't be getting solved, my nigga. See, the thing is, in New York, these shits is getting solved. These shits is getting solved, bro. No cap. You feel what I'm saying? And a nigga like me, because I was in the streets in New York. I know I'd have been in the streets in Chicago. I know. And you know, I ain't gonna lie, I might be glazing. Bro, but I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, I'd have been, I'm telling you, bro, I'd have probably been like, BD or something. No cap, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to the GDs, shout out to the BDs. I don't know nothing like that. I'm from New York. I'm just saying. That's what I feel like I would have been. You feel me? I don't know why, bro. I just feel like I would have been that. You feel me?
I spoke on in
real
one of my
shit, though.
first Chicago videos.
I'm just being real.
I heard a diss song become a trend on TikTok years ago, and I discovered that it was a kid.
And it's not that I'm saying I would have been BD because I fuck with them. No, because I don't know no BDs, bro. All right? I'm just saying, like, I just feel like I would have been the motherfucking, I feel like I would have been from like 600 or something. I'm a type of nigga, bro. I'm the type of nigga to be from like 600 or like 300 or some shit, bro. I'm the type of nigga to be from O Block or something, bro. No funny shit. Or if I'm not in O Block, I'll probably be like in the vicinity or some shit, bro. That ass, bro. Bro, not even glazing, bro. That ass, my nigga. Real shit.
Bando hothead. Now, two things that aren't new in Chicago are people dying after a song is released and
that's a
gun
fact.
trades gone wrong. All of this is alleged, but with the renegade culture of the streets, the only reason a gun trade would occur is if one or both weapons are hot. And if I need to tell you what that means, I'm not sure you'll understand the rest of this video. So already, as soon as you agree to something like this, you're setting yourself up essentially.
But they don't be picking up shells? Like, these niggas don't pick up their shells and shit? I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm gonna keep it buck. Like, I wanna say 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago, literally 10 years ago, my mans went on a drill, right? Right? I'm not gonna say the nigga name, but my mans went on a drill type shit. And I wasn't on that drill with him. So I remember when he came back, I was on his block, because we from two different blocks. So I was on his block. You feel me? And I'm walking with my mans going to his block. But he's coming towards me. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't peep him. I don't peep him until like later on, until he like really, really got close to me and shit, right? And then we was by a sewer. And then I guess when he shot the gun in GTA, the nigga he grabbed the shells. You feel me? And then we was by a sewer, and then the nigga dropped the shells in the sewer, and then he just said, "Yo, I just dumped at them niggas." In GTA, of course. And I said, "Oh shit." I said, "Oh, my son on that." I said, "Oh, he on that." But my son got 3 after that. He literally got caught the next day and got 3 years after that. Shit's crazy, bro.
There's a very haunting photo of a cop standing over Hothead at the crime scene, appearing to crack a smile.
Oh, wow.
Now, I believe that as a Chicago police officer, you can become desensitized to a lot. And he could have simply been joking with another officer about something completely unrelated, as to say a homicide scene is business as usual here would be an understatement. But
I'm not gonna lie, like, and I know I keep pausing it, but I'm sorry, I just gotta get my input. You feel me? I'm not gonna pause no more. And this is a 10-minute video, but I be feeling like, sometimes I feel like it's kind of weird, right? Like, I understand that people see shit every day, especially police, especially homicide squad or like detectives and shit. They see a lot of crazy shit. But the raps that these Chicago niggas be saying, bro, be kind of wicked. These niggas be talking about some, yo, we shot the nigga 80 times. We rearranged his face. We gave him a closed casket. It's like, damn, my nigga. So if I'm a police officer and I'm seeing a nigga that y'all shot 30 times in the face, I don't think I want to work no more. But if I keep seeing this shit all the time, every day, I'm seeing 50 niggas get shot in the face, and I'm seeing no face, no ID. I'm gonna get used to this shit. No cap. Like, I feel like it's two different type of cops, bro. I have a worker right now, right? Not a worker, but she's my boss. You feel me? And she was she was like a forensics. So she used to like pull up, and she used to like, you feel me? Like she's the type of person that pulls up, you know, after the crime scene or during the crime scene type shit to see everything. And nigga, she said she had to quit her shit because that shit was just too traumatic for her. I said, oh shit, imagine these cops.
And again, most people in the city will tell you
Yo,
that
kids,
the reason there aren't more arrests in cases like this is because the cops know the streets will come and get you much faster than any legal process. One example of this is someone I won't name, but if you're in tune with the Chicago scene, you know that in a certain hood, there was a fist fight. One guy lost badly, and when his attacker got up and turned around, he was shot in the back. This entire incident,
this is why you can't be fighting no more.
It's literally still on the internet today. Yet the Chicago police act like they saw nothing, likely figuring that this guy would die before they could ever bring up charges. He did not, but there's no real proof. And like most things in Chicago, we'll probably never know. THFTP is a guy that's been around for a long time, and unfortunately for him, he was both things that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. He rose to fame when he dropped a song called Bus Stop. You can always gauge how disrespectful a song is by
Bus Stop, that's crazy.
In the music video are now deceased. This video came out almost 10 years ago.
Wait, whoa. So he made that track and then them niggas died? Shit.
There are at least 6 people in it that are no longer here,
That's
including TP and Lil Durk's older brother, D-Thang. And this song is a great example of why something like this is not worth it. Durk's brother was in the video, it got over 2 million views, but no life-changing record deal came out of it. He didn't get the same chance Durk gave Von. All he got was extra fire added to his name.
That's a fact.
Now, being from the South Side, the most mysterious thing about his death is that it occurred on the West Side, with any part of the West Side being at least 15 minutes away from the South Side by car, not counting traffic, as it could take you 30 to 40 minutes, like in most big cities.
Yo, imagine being a drill Chicago rapper, bro, and you take the train? Oh, you asking to die, nigga. You asking to die. Same like in New York. You a Bronx drill rapper, nigga, you taking a train? You better be with 50 niggas. You better be with at least 5 niggas. No cap. You better be with like at least 6, 7 niggas, and you better be pulled up right now, nigga. You better be pulled up right now, nigga. Nah, no funny shit, bro, because you never know. You might get on the train and it's like 6 of y'all niggas. You might see 20 niggas on the train, nigga. Fuck you. What 6 niggas gonna do to 20 niggas? Nothing. What you gonna do if it's 6 niggas? If it's just y'all better bang outs. No cap. Fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. Somebody need to crash out, and it cannot be the rapper. No cap, bro. That's how I see it. Bro.
Unless the police, or especially the feds, grab you, most people are not willing to provide witness statements to the police regarding gruesome crimes, as it still probably wouldn't lead to a conviction. Now, when TP was caught, a man claimed his wife was there, and she allegedly noticed the 2 assailants eating inside with their hoods on, until they spotted TP, then they ran out of the restaurant. Now, this is a claim from the internet that appears to have one major hole in it.
Okay, wait, whoa, let's go back. My wife was there. She was at the restaurant that he was in and sat right next to. Even talked to him. Said he seemed like a nice guy. Oh, she wanted to fuck. 1. Okay? The restaurant was in a sketchy area. She said she noticed 2 dudes in the restaurant eating with hoods over their heads. She kept watching them because she was like, why are they eating with hoods on? She also said him and the girl walked. About 5 minutes later, 2 dudes ran out of the restaurant. My wife was thinking a robbery was going to happen. She said 5 minutes later, bang, bang. The girl came running back to the restaurant with her kids. There are cameras inside and outside that restaurant. Crazy.
A major hole in it. The shooters popped out of a car, not a building. and the car immediately busts a U-turn after the shooting going
Wow.
past MacArthur's,
That's
the
crazy.
restaurant across the street.
That
And since
nigga
the
did that shit
public
so
version
quick.
of this video starts with the assailant's car already in the street, we don't know where it came from. Now, it's possible that these guys were eating across the street at this restaurant, but the alleged husband of the witness claimed that TP and his killers were in the same restaurant. It's
That's
also
crazy.
possible that these guys were in the same restaurant and they simply exited and brought the car around so they could have a clean getaway. And
And you know what's so crazy? It's so weird, right? Because you could be a drill rapper or a rapper and you could be talking crazy, right? Or you just maybe, you know, you just doing what everybody else is doing. You know, you drill rapping, you talking about shit, you smoking deads, all type of shit, right? Cool. Do what you do. You're gonna do what you do. You're gonna live how you live, right? But at the end of the day, you gotta understand that you don't know everybody. You might be dissing a nigga, right? And it might be his little bros. The nigga that you dissing, right? You probably dissing a nigga, right? And they from that nigga block. They don't even know him. They don't even know the nigga you dissing. He probably like they're dead guys, like they're older bros, dead homies, right? But you got little niggas that see him, and it's like, oh yeah, we about to score a bucket. Yeah, we don't know the nigga he dissing. You feel what I'm saying? But we jacking his side, like we jacking his hood. All our niggas jack him. So the nigga that we diss, the nigga that's dissing my big bros, dead homie, we on your ass, nigga. And you don't even know us. You feel what I'm saying? That's probably what happened. He probably didn't know them niggas, bro. Or he probably wasn't paying attention. But a lot of time niggas die, bro, because they don't, a lot of time niggas die, or a lot of times niggas get hurt because they dealing with niggas that they don't even know. So every time I be trying to get this through niggas' heads, bro. When you drill rapping and shit, bro, you're not gonna know everybody. There's gonna be so many niggas that don't like you over this rap, and you don't know half of these niggas. You probably think you know the main niggas, bro. You dissing mad other than you, yo, bro. It's so crazy, bro.
this could very well be true, but regardless, it remains unsolved. The main guys TP was known to be in tour with were
Exactly,
at least 30
chain
minute
reaction.
drive away, and he's been in the streets so long that it's hard to believe they couldn't have just caught him sooner out south. And also, due to his age, I doubt that it was any guys from his generation anyway. These could be teenagers to
That's
guys in their
exactly
early 20s.
what I just
But
said.
The fact that it happened in front of his daughter.
What I just said, it could be teenagers, nigga. I'm telling you, bro. If he's like 30 something, bro, I'm telling you, because it always happens, bro. It always happens, bro. Somebody just died. Not like on Christmas, on Thanksgiving, bro, in 2024. Somebody just died, bro. He died right next to the fucking courthouse, nigga. The nigga was 29. A 15-year-old did that. You think the 15-year-old knew anything about this nigga? No, he just knew the nigga was an op. You feel what I'm saying? It be like that, bro. He just knew the nigga was an op. He probably saw him in music videos. The nigga that probably got killed was probably dissing niggas and shit. You feel me? Not knowing that is you dissing a nigga, and the niggas and you dissing the nigga, right? And the teenager is like, yo, I'm from this nigga block that you dissing. Now, when I see you, I'm on your ass. And that's probably what happened. Rest in peace to that nigga, though. But that's probably what happened, bro. Real shit. You gotta understand. You just gotta understand sometimes.
Leads me to believe that either money was involved or a very personal vendetta. And I must admit, one thing that has changed from my era to the teenagers of today is that money is actually being put up on some of these guys. Back in my day, people would lie and act like they were doing hits for $1,500 as if that was enough to take a life, but in reality, most of it happened for free, out of fear or a psychotic urge, meaning it was either this guy had to go because he was terrorizing us, or the 1 out of 10 guys in the hood that was actually bloodthirsty went on the hunt. And since this didn't happen in the upscale part of the city, nor did any kids get hurt, we might not ever have an answer. As somebody that played the streets as long as TP, it's unlikely to get any remorse from the Chicago police. And they also probably figured that if it's serious enough, the guys that did this to him will have their own judge, jury, and executioner in the streets. Now, Trello, also known as GGE Trello, was much younger, being only 22 years old when he died. But this guy, despite his age,
that nigga was a kid,
been rapping for a long time. And it makes you wonder why you hadn't heard of him. But that's because, like most rappers in the city,
that nigga 22? Rest in peace to him. He ain't look 22, my nigga. No bad. The nigga like he's 27.
Get much recognition until he got really disrespectful. But one day, guys are gonna have to learn that there's no money in rap. Obviously, there are people who make millions from
not in drill rapping.
They account for less than 1% of all so-called rappers. The guys covering news stories on YouTube about these rappers every time they go to jail or go viral make way more money than any of them.
That's crazy.
To be one of the biggest myths out there.
That is
most
crazy.
Most of these guys honestly would have made a comfortable living just making videos talking about their life and experiences. Like
that's a fact.
But Trello
like Tay 600. Shout out Tay 600.
He and another guy dropped a very disrespectful track, but he was definitely talented though, and he didn't have to take this route at all. But losing friends to violence in the streets at a young age can turn you toward vengeance. And
That's a fact.
disrespecting the people that caused you pain while getting millions of views for it can actually get to people and maybe cause them to feel a fraction of what you feel. Regardless, you can't just move around the city freely once you go down this path. Now, a lot of people will point to one hood because he was found in an apartment not far from the area the guys he dissed hang out in. But the only problem with this is he was found inside of a residence. Likely not his own home, so this means he was invited over somewhere he felt very comfortable.
Oh, he got backdoor. Backdoor. Damn, bro. Niggas backdoored my dog, bro. Damn, rest in peace.
Now, someone explained to me how a homicide can occur inside of a home.
He got backdoored.
The police don't solve the crime.
He got backdoored.
Well, in Chicago, there's a controversial
Was
law
he chasing hoes?
Combatants, regardless of if you're illegally carrying a firearm or not, the police know there are wars going on, so if someone shoots at you and you end up shooting back, and the other person doesn't make it out of that situation, you'll get let off without any charges.
What?
Most of the time. But there's hardly enough room to have this type of situation occur inside of a residence. Were the police just called?
Nah, that ass. Black don't crack.
That said they didn't know what happened? Or was he alone in the house when whoever called
he got backdoored? Somebody set him up.
You'd be hard pressed to find a block in Chicago that doesn't have cameras. So the fact that this remains a mystery
would
be
crazy.
unbelievable if it was any other city than Chicago. Now, I'm sure there's a suspect on file, but having a suspect doesn't mean there's any real admissible evidence.
That's a fact.
And evidence is hard to come by here. Now, this happened in a neighborhood I've spent a lot of time in, Brownsville. And a big difference with Brownsville and Garfield Park, where the TP story took place, is that Brownsville is partially gentrified, and some areas in it are very expensive to live in. But again, the police know more than the locals will give them credit for, and his case probably won't get taken as seriously by the police as a result. What these guys don't realize is that disrespecting the dead
wasn't like a
won't
young
change your
boy.
life. All it'll do is lead to the end of your life. When you look at a guy like Bloodhound Lil Jeff, yes, he was very...
You know what's so crazy? I still don't know this nigga's story. I just heard this nigga was a tweak. I gotta watch a documentary on stream one day. Cause I heard this nigga was on that. No cap. I heard he was on that. I never listened to none of his music. None of that. This shit crazy because it's like, I don't hear about these niggas and I'm on the internet all the time. I don't hear about this nigga. This nigga died a year ago last year, but he was popping before that. I never heard his music. Never heard him. Never heard College Kid, Say Cheese, nothing post him. I never saw academics post him, nothing, bro. No funny shit, my nigga. Never saw. Nobody gave him like a cosign, nothing, bro. All I just heard, this nigga was a tweaker. It kind of reminded me of the Young Pappy situation because I haven't heard of Young Pappy until he died, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I haven't heard of Young Pappy until he died, and when I heard him, I said, oh, he was a demon. Because Young Pappy was one of them niggas. You feel me? So this kind of reminded me of the same situation, like how I'm hearing about rappers that are really nice, because a lot of people say Jeff was dumb nice, but he was a driller. Young Pappy was that nigga. And he was a driller, bro. No cap. Well, at least from allegedly. These are all allegedly. I don't know.
Disrespectful.
Came out of nowhere, right?
Been alive, he could have made hundreds of thousands from his music at the very least. But is that just because he was disrespectful? No. The fascination with true crime has always been a multi-million-dollar industry. Why is a show like First 48 popular? Or the entire channel of A&E? Why are there true crime channels on YouTube with over 1 billion total views? Because it makes for very interesting stories. And something that used to be somewhat
exactly, that makes sense.
A guy doing things that could get him 100 years in prison and then rapping about it in great detail as if he knows he'll never live to see the consequences. Just being a talented lyricist and using that talent to disrespect the dead isn't enough. Just making one of the most heinously disrespectful tracks in history, with the entire song centered around one particular murder, is also not enough. Some of these guys think that knowing someone in the industry will get them a ticket out once they do enough views. But the guy they know is usually just a rapper. The guy you need to know is the one that works at the label. Look at TP. Knowing Lil Durk and appearing in pictures with him didn't earn him any opportunity. Yet, as soon as King Von got out of jail, Durk put Von's music video.
But that's different though. I feel like it's different. I feel like it's different relationships. And also, yeah, that's kind of funny how you put him on. I don't know. Maybe I ain't gonna lie. Allegedly, this is my opinion. Maybe he owed him. Maybe Vaughn just owed him, or maybe not Vaughn owed him. Maybe Schmirk owed him. You feel me? Or maybe he knew Vaughn for mad long, bro, mad close, and that was really his dog before all the rap shit. Who knows, bro? Maybe he didn't really know TP like that. Maybe he knew him, but he wasn't like homies. You feel me? Like maybe he was cool with him. You feel me? Maybe he had him in the studio. Maybe they was about to make a track, maybe he would have had him on a mixtape. OTF, the family mixtape, bro. That was Lil Durk, but he brung his niggas on that shit. Like, there's mad niggas on that shit that he fuck with. He could have probably put him on there. You know what I'm saying? Or a different mixtape. You feel me? Maybe, we don't know.
On his channel, giving him an instant boost. And that's because rappers pick and choose. That's why TP couldn't get the same treatment. Now, Trello was all around the city. He had money and likely could have made whatever connection he wanted. But again, rapping is a myth. No label is going to reach into Chicago and give you $1 million for being disrespectful. Even if you can show that you have more mainstream appeal, you still have to have some type of connection at the top, higher than a rapper. So most of these guys just end up dead, and the disrespectful songs they made just end up becoming a "I told you so," or a piece of mockery for the guys that didn't like them. The Bloodhounds are the only rappers out of the city with a real consistent buzz, and they got signed by some dudes from Chicago that just so happened to play the executive role and have some label money. If not for them, they would have just been more guys on a long list of people who did 1 million views and disappeared. Hothead's friends went on a huge run, but with this type of music, it's only so far you can go without label money. And now, out of the 2 most popular guys that were around him, one is in prison after likely being told on by his own friends, and the other is inconsistent.
Wow, nigga ratted on his friend. Nigga got ratted on by his mans. This shit is washed. The nigga got ratted on by his man, bro. This is why you don't do drills with niggas. This is why, rest in peace, Lil B. Rest in peace, Lil B. And rest in peace to everybody Lil B killed, my nigga, because it seemed like Lil B was on them drills by him. Dolly. No cap. It's like he didn't have nobody by him, my nigga. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of niggas in Chicago who probably do that. You feel what I'm saying? And shout out to the ones in the Bronx who got caught. You know, who do drills by themselves. You feel me? Cause you gotta be gangster to do a drill by yourself, nigga. That's how I see shit. No cap. Like, you gotta be so tough to do a drill by yourself. Like, by yourself, just going out here drilling shit by yourself. Like, you gotta be, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta be tough, bro. No funny shit. Cause usually niggas wanna bring their mans, niggas wanna hop in V's. You feel me? Niggas wanna bounce on a nigga and they wanna do this shit with other 2 or 3 other niggas and shit. And then when that one nigga get caught, he start ratting, bro. I'm telling you. But there's a lot of niggas who don't rat. There's a lot of niggas who don't rat. Like, the real ratting niggas it's not gonna snitch. Then again, I done seen a tough nigga told before, bro. No cap. I done seen a tough nigga rat before, bro. And I done seen a nigga I thought was tough rat. No cap, bro. Like, no funny shit. Like, this nigga was out. Yo, I thought this nigga was super tough. No cap, the way he portrayed himself, the way he moved like he was tough, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And niggas would agree with me. He moved like he was tough. Niggas fucked with him. Niggas was like, oh, nah, he official. You feel me? It'd be official niggas to rap, bro. Shit is insane.
He seems to have a good head on his shoulders. But as for the guys mentioned in this video,
they don't be giving a fuck.
Unlikely to ever see these cases resolved, at least in the next 10 years. And yet, their work still remains on the internet for all to see. And unfortunately, it's hard to say the guys will ever learn from this because majority of the time, the dudes with any kind of buzz are all under 19 years old. So trying to learn from others' mistakes as a teenager is less likely than you just being murdered. And thus the cycle will just continue. The labels made a serious error when they first signed the drill artists, creating the false narrative that they would do it again off some type of organic buzz you can build. But that couldn't be further from the truth. All you aspiring rappers out there, no matter what you rap about, you make more money as a blogger. Adam 22 earned more in a year than 85% of the guys you see on his platform.
Wow.
And if you can't see why, I don't know what to tell you. But thanks for watching as always.
Wow. Shit is fucking insane. Well, this is why you don't gangbang. All right, guys. This is why if you in the streets, get out the streets now. This shit washed. You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't even diss, there's no point in making tracks and you dissing. You never know, bro. You could diss today and die tomorrow. You say, hey, my nigga, real shit. That ass, bro. You gotta know who you dissing, bro.